We're just doing it live, people.
Here.
Doing it
Did
live.
you hear me, Jeremy? Jeremy.
Is he muted?
He might be
No,
muted.
Jeremy. Jeremy.
Oh,
God bless you.
hey.
That came out quickly.
You blew up my mic, man. Said I'm sending you to the
The rig.
brig.
Walk the plank.
I'm sending you
You
to
should have
the.
made the DRG.
I'm sending you to the dark room that Cryle was just in with all the other scions.
Huh.
That room was incredibly dark, by the way.
Yeah, to me it looked like Thancred and Yerstola, like they were on beds, but not Alfino and Ali.
Yeah, it looked like they were just floating in blackness.
Stolta.
Yestolta, as Brennan calls her.
Yerstola.
Stolta. Hey, Stolta.
Just
Oh, what is that? There's a side quest.
Food for the show.
oh,
Why does the Crystal Exarch's hair look like a bomb pop?
Oh, she's down here. Okay.
Pop, pop, pop.
Stolta.
Yerstola.
Oh, she's up above, isn't she? Dang it.
Oh yeah.
I got tricked, bamboozled. Pig. The thing is so gross. Wait, what's up with that hat?
The chef.
I keep forgetting, like, Tataru's been here, like, by herself, practically, because it's only been Cryle and then us occasionally when we show back up. Because all the other scions are sleeping, so she's just got to do different stuff, man. It kind of makes me wonder, is she, like brewing, like, a good, like... Because, like, after every, like, DLC, she's given us, like, an outfit. Is she just, like, cooking this, like, really crazy outfit for us soon?
No, because now she's making food.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, she was like a weaver.
Oh, yes.
Now she's going to be a culinarian. She's supposed to
It's
get us
bread!
interested in that.
It's bread. It's not just any bread. This here is old world bread. Archon loaf, to be precise. Okay. Game just goes
Okay.
from like this like super dark like room and super dark like, hey, the scions are like we don't know if they're gonna make it, and then it's just like, oh, by the way, Tataru's making bread. So just like
Not
shifts
just
on
any
you.
bread.
Just yeah, not just any bread, but it just shifts on you. It just like goes from this like, oh, this is really bad. This is, you don't know how it's gonna play out. Anyways, Tataru's making bread. Here's your bread. Here's your bread. Or comrade. Tell him we never doubted him. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he said he would. Those of us who remain behind have yet to play our part, but then the time comes when we have rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do so. Rambro's message and Tataru's bread. I'm always happy to lend my taste buds. Ashley, when there's ice cream.
Oh yeah.
I usually have mine with a good dollop of rolling berry jam, but I suppose plain is best for sampling purposes. Munch, munch. I see. What's happening over there? Oh no, is it that bad? It is indeed, Tataru. Dense and unpleasant, exactly as it should be. What? Ah, just so. The very taste of home. As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world, but our native cuisine is, shall we say, a little lacking.
Okay, so they're bad cooks.
Gastronomic landscape, what is now called the Archon loaf, was born. What the heck? In order to maximize its nutritional value, he incorporated copious quantities of pulverized fish and vegetable matter into the dough. What?
Yummy.
Sounds disgusting. The loaf's nutritional value cannot be denied, and being an amenable, convenient way to cater to one's bodily needs, it quickly found an audience amongst busy scholars. Okay. Having been away from home so long, I thought I might have forgotten the taste, but no, it's all too familiar. Ah, it takes me back.
Duh.
Wait, can I take the loaf of bread back to the first? Does that work? I thought I couldn't do
That's
that.
what I'm wondering.
Because I thought like
Right?
you couldn't take things back and forth, like that's the whole thing, but
Yeah.
maybe that, like, oh, it's just soul stuff, so like food and stuff you could, I guess. It said something about like this, like the ether, you couldn't take them because they don't have, you have to like you have to bind their soul to something to take it.
Okay.
I was gonna say, can we just bind it in a loaf of bread? Can we bind them in an Archon loaf and take them there?
That's gonna be the key.
It's the Archon loaf. Gotta take, it's so dense. You think you can put all this etheric
Well, didn't they say
charge-
it had ether in it or something? Something to do with ether?
fish and vegetables?
Oops. I took the wrong quest. Dagnabbit.
Here's Flexark. Welcome back, my friend. How was your journey? Here's an Archon loaf, buddy. Enjoy this dense loaf of bread. By the 12 Archon loaf. However, did you come by this? I swear I had come straight from Charlian. Ambrose said that, did he? His words are very nearly as heavy as the bread, but I appreciate the sentiment. Should you have the chance, you may tell him that he needn't worry. That which I seek to do, I do on my own volition and with all my heart. In pursuing this path, I fully expect to earn the censure of our friends and to deserve it, but I shall forge on regardless. Forge on as you yourself did when faced with a similar predicament. So I ask that you have faith in me in what we do. But we're talking about your journey. Before the others arrive, I would hear how the bodies fare. Oh, and the bread and bread I shall save for later. Though it has been many years, I have not forgotten the feats of mastication required to consume it, nor how unconductive they are to conversation.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
No, it's like I can't eat it and talk at the same time. Not more of like you can't talk, you physically can't do it.
Yeah.
It's too
It's like
dense.
drinking really dry wine.
Yeah.
Forgive the delay.
Dante's muted.
We have visited
Hello.
every region and
Hi.
confirmed the presence
Hey.
of Ascians throughout the realm.
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, it should be noted that they are of inferior rank. The black masked minions who answer to the red.
Yes, a gaggle of schemers attempting to exploit recent events to sow the seeds of petty conflict. Fortunately, nothing of any great concern has come of their meddling just yet.
We also encountered a number of the Crystarium's former defenders, busily solving this problem and that in a bid to become warriors of light.
Their zeal is to be applauded. 'Tis but a pity I cannot encourage them on their cause.
Not knowing Elizabeth set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing too, like as not. And so, with apologies to the aspiring warriors of light, I believe it best that we deal with the Ascians quickly and quietly.
I quite agree.
But tell us, what news from the source? How fare our bodies?
I don't want to have this discussion. It's not good. Well, though time is not on our side.
Indeed. Heartening though it is to know we can stay a while longer, returning home must remain our priority.
This seems an appropriate moment to ask about the spirit vessel. Have you made any progress?
We have, as it happens. One moment.
It did. It's because of the bread. The bread did it.
The red stones. Then this doth mean...
For the benefit of all, permit us to explain. As you will recall, using white auracite as our starting point, we fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both. Yet, though it served this purpose admirably, the process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition. Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind, and so we looked to the Allegan's mastery of memory transference for a solution.
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which inanimate objects notably do not possess. We duly explored methods of suffusing the vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties. It was then that an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood, but with my crystallized essence.
You're doing this for our sakes. So far be it from us to complain. But don't think we haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall. And it is but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
Assuming it works. We shall soon know if this grisly addition will serve as a suitable conduit for the subject's memory. Though not soon enough to warrant your waiting. The test is like to take a while.
Let us be off then. We have Ascians to attend to, among other things.
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels, and there are only 5 of us.
One is for testing purposes. I will personally use it to see whether the crystal functions as it should.
And if it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
Yes. In theory, at least. But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls, my past self does not. Mayhap our essences would blend, or mayhap they would curdle. There is no telling what might occur.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
I would.
I see.
I thought a moment, Tataru. So to speak with thee on the matter of the exarch's mooted return to the source. Let's use casting. I could use it for like blue mage, I guess. I'll just go with the silver pieces. I can do that later. Should I? I'm way off from that though. We'll do it. It's fine. Okay. Okay. That'll do it for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell down below to be notified of new episodes. And as always, we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.